Hey guys, Kyle here from KolpinTraining.com. We're back at Pure Muscle and Fitness, and today we're hitting arms. So grab your guns and get ready for war.
Get it by any means, I gotta come up. I'm trying to live life every day like it's summer. They try and test me, yeah, I'm outnumbered, but I won't lose no more, and that's the promise. They say to make it, you gotta be patient, but I ain't got time.
Okay guys, welcome to arm day. What we're gonna be doing today is warming you up first. So we're gonna be grabbing this barbell right here, as well as a bench. We're gonna be doing a 2-hand dumbbell overhead skull caver and a flat close grip bench press, back and forth in superset fashion for about 2 to 3 sets until we get a big full pump into the tris.
I thought you see the kid shine, but I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up. I go hard on the baseline, I ain't gonna stop till I get mine, so I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up.
For the dumbbells here with skull cavers done on the bench, we're gonna wanna make sure that our shoulders are depressed and that we're guiding the weight through our pinky and ring finger. Nice tight grip, full extension, squeezing and flexing in the tris, and then coming back down, of course guiding the weight with our tricep, making sure that the only muscle that we're using. As soon as we're done that, we're popping up, moving over to close grip bench press. Shoulders are gonna remain depressed. Elbows remain in tight. We're pressing again with the tricep, not with the shoulders of the chest, getting a big flexion at extension, and then coming down slow with the weight again sitting in the tricep. Back in the day when I was doing my first competition, probably weighed about 160 pounds on stage, which given where I'm at now, there's about a 100-pound difference between the two. But way back when, I had a couple of judges come up to me and said, Kyle, you know what? You've got that 75% body. I looked at him like, what the hell do you mean 75% body? Of course I'm offended because I'm a young kid and can't take criticism. And the guy flicks me a quarter and he said, if your arms fill out, you'll have that other 25% and you'll win. And now every day when I come in here to train arms, I carry a quarter in my pocket to remind me what that bugger said.
I cannot be fake, baby. No, 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 I don't relate, baby. Yeah, hey, they gon' hate, baby. I'm trying to win, so every day I gon' win, baby, yeah. If you wanna know, yeah, I will not stop, I'm a goat, yeah, aye. If you wanna know, yeah, I will not stop, I'm a goat, yeah, They ain't believe me, they thought I couldn't achieve it, they ain't wanna see the...
All right, next up, we're gonna be doing a 2-hand seated skull caver with a 1-hand overhead dumbbell extension. Okay, we're gonna be doing this on a 90 bench. Trick here, a lot of people come up with their shoulders and fail to depress them before they lift. Make sure that you're depressing your shoulders. Make sure that when you're coming back, you're flexing your bicep. The reason we do this, it's kind of the law of antagonist muscle tissue. So as the bicep flexes, the tricep in turn stretches, and vice versa when you're training your biceps. So we're gonna come back, get that little bicep squeeze to maximize the stretch in the tricep. And I'm gonna come up into extension and really flex the tri for all it's worth. That's gonna take us really delving deep into how hard we can grip the bar, because that's where that contraction is really gonna come from. Same thing for the dumbbell, coming overhead and extending. As you start to fail, it's okay to get a little bit of a swing and to engage the shoulders a little bit, but ultimately you wanna get as many clean reps as you possibly can every time you sit down to attack the weight.
I'ma run it up. Every day, I gotta get it. Every day, I cannot lose. I cannot lose. Every day, I gotta get it. Every day, I cannot lose. Man, I refuse. Every day, I gotta get it. Every day, I cannot lose. I cannot lose. Every day, I gotta get it. Every day, I cannot lose. Man, I refuse.
Okay, next up, we're gonna be doing cable pushdowns here. A lot of people like to come over the top, engage and squeeze. I find that engages your shoulders just a little bit too much, a little bit of the chest, a little bit of the lower back. We don't want that. Although yes, you do want to be pushing away from your body. This is not the way you want to do it. In fact, the way you want to do it is drive your elbows in, force your sternum up from this point, and push away from your body. Notice how that forces my triceps to really squeeze. It's gonna make that contraction a lot harder and yet a lot easier, because you're gonna be able to do it with a greater breakdown of tissue. So this exercise is gonna be done with 1 warm-up, 2 working sets. Warm-up's gonna be as many reps as you can. 2 working sets are gonna be about 12 reps each.
I ain't trying to bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more I found. One thing I taught myself to do, no matter the problem, refuse to lose. So, how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't light the fuse. See, I walk in slow and ignite the room like fire.
We're gonna do 2 sets, as many reps as we possibly can with a heavy weight. One hand, reverse grip, really focusing on the inside portion of the tricep, looking to blow that up and blow that out, because that's really gonna create that whip and 3D design to the tri, therefore creating the same in terms of size to the arm.
Fine. I ain't never gay, no fucks, I ain't scared, man. You know black men don't blush, huh? Came here ready to fight on this night, you better just run for your life.
Okay, so to warm up for biceps, I'm gonna be grabbing the fat grips, doing as many reps as I possibly can for a 60-second term with 15-pound dumbbells.
You better run for your life. You were not prepared for the night. You better run for your life. You were not prepared for the night. Open up your eyes, see the light. You don't have a chance inside. You better run for your life. You were not prepared for the night. Won't you come and see what it's like? Living by the rules that you write. You ain't all those lavish delights. Now you had no back in his sight. All the little lies you recite just makes all the savage unite. Usually I'm very polite, but I'ma get savage tonight. Even when a dog being nice, every single dog gonna bite. You might think I'm wrong, but I'm right. Just let it get a strong appetite. I'ma let it breathe just a little. Give it to you strong, heavy metal. I don't make a sound when I strike. You better just run for your life.
Okay, now we're gonna go into working sets using the fat grips as well. The reason I chose the fat grips is that widened hand puts a lot of excess tension on the forearm and allows us to hyper engage the bicep when we're squeezing. So we're gonna get a better contraction, having an open hand coming up and really squeezing as tight as we can when we're performing this exercise. I'm gonna be doing it in a drag curl fashion. So you're gonna see that as I fatigue, I'm gonna drag back just slightly and then pull up into contraction. It's gonna give me a bit of momentum when I'm hitting that failure point. Alrighty, thanks to the fat grips, I now have these bad boys on and my grip's gonna fail, but we're gonna get in here and do some hammer curls. I'm gonna get 1 warm-up set, as many reps as I can until I fail, and then 2 working sets heavy, coming together, and then alternating as I require it. So I get a lot of clients asking me, why only 2 sets? Why are you doing them heavy? Why so few exercises? Truth is, when you're a beginner or an intermediate and you haven't been in the sport of bodybuilding or anything like that for a very long time period, you're gonna wanna do more exercises and more sets and really get a good idea which exercises are most beneficial for you. Which ones you're able to squeeze harder, which one really beat up the tissue appropriately, which ones the mechanics of your body tend to sync up with better. All that stuff's gonna be important. And then as you advance and get stronger and stronger, that's when you kind of wanna back off a little bit so your body can have ample rest. Think of it this way. If your workload is here, but the weight is here, you're only gonna need here in terms of rest to properly recover. But when your workload is here, but you're doing way less, you still need to get up here in that rest period, and there's just no way anyone is resting at that level and healing at the degree, because it's just not possible. So you do need to take your foot off the gas as you progress and get bigger and stronger. All right, for this here, we're gonna do our one warm-up set for about 20 reps, and we're gonna do 2 working sets at double the workload for 8 reps. All right, last but not least, we're gonna be doing 2-arm cable bicep curl, much like you would be doing a front double bi. So we're gonna get a full extension, come up to the peak, keeping the shoulders disengaged, and really squeeze and flex the bicep as hard as we can, making sure that we're supinating the wrist in when we're coming to contraction, pulling the fingers to just above the ears. That's it for arm day here at Pure Muscle and Fitness. I'm Kyle from KolpinTraining.com. Make sure you're training hard. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can get more tips and tricks on how to build your best possible body. Have a good day.